Good morning, Doak cooks. Barely. Good morning, barely. I was just cleaning my air fryer. Frozen. So that is a single frozen chicken leg quarter. That is an air fryer. 1 second. Those would be the leftover buns from our burgers and dogs on the grill from this past weekend. That is a cast iron skillet, and that's barbecue sauce. I'm guessing you can figure out what we're making for lunch today. Frozen chicken. Still frozen. Separation. Still frozen. So I'm gonna use that and a little bit of that, but I don't really have any cheese, and I like Swiss cheese, but I don't have any Swiss cheese. But what I do have is sharp white cheddar. Tillamook. This is not my cheese. This is cheese that I am stealing from my partner. This is their cheese. So don't let them know I'm stealing their cheese. But what I'm gonna do with this cheese is I am going to not keep it in this shape. I am going to actually perforate the cheese with some lines. So I am slicing my cheese open a bit because this isn't the meltiest of cheese, but if I introduce a little bit of separation here, I can retain my shape, and I can also allow heat to enter, my chicken sounds, enter this area a bit more, and maybe give it a little bit more, be a bit more malleable. That's all. I could use 2 of those, absolutely could fit 2 of those on my sandwich, but since I'm stealing these, I'm only gonna steal 1. 1 piece of cheese. All right, so cheese is ready. We're gonna let that set off camera, and then let's check on our chicken. Let's flip those over. Okay, getting close. Pretty close. That's good. All right, I think we know this is gonna be hotter than Hades. This is gonna be super warm. I'm gonna burn my fingers. Looks delicious, looks awesome. All my juices are nice and clear. That being said, because time is a factor here, if this is not fully cooked all the way through, that is okay, as long as I do not mess with my utensils and do any cross-contamination, which I'm not gonna do. I'll explain. We're gonna break this apart. I'm gonna get the meat off of these 2 guys from the bone. We are then going to cook it in the cast iron skillet behind me. So I'm gonna bring these flavors together. So if this is not all the way cooked through, I have a hack to fix it over there. If this already is, I will do less heat in the cast iron over on this side so it all works out. So let's take a look inside. So that means nothing because these are on fire. These guys are super hot. And in this case, I'm actually going to attempt to pull off the skin because I actually do not want the skin for this particular sandwich. So, oh man, super hot and yummy skin. All right, now what about this guy? Ooh, super hot. Yummy skin. Okay, let's take this skin off. Oh my goodness, this is burning my fingers. All right, skin away. Skin, meat, meat. You can cool off right there. All right, so how did we do with our air fryer chicken? I know the leg is cooked all the way through. The bigger question is, how did we do on the thigh? And that's what I thought. Yep. All right, so I am raw on the center in the middle of my chicken here. See? Blood. Blood. So I would normally put this back in the air fryer and I would not poison and or contaminate my food for my those consuming my meal, my guests, if you will. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this meat off the bone, and then we're gonna get it over into the cast iron skillet. So let's go do this carefully. All right, gang, that's a lot of blood. That is chicken that is varying degrees of cooked and not cooked. So now we're gonna take this little pile and we're gonna get over into the cast iron skillet. Let's swap locations. Okay, so once I move this into here, let me finish cooking it over here. Oh, yes. All right. So now I'm going to put this in the sink and use my clean guy now. All right, let's cook this guy up. Hot, 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 hot. Okay, my bun is hot, 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 hot. Yeah, very warm, very warm. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little base layer of a little Tabasco. Okay, nothing too wild and crazy. I'm gonna do a little splash, just a little splash on my top bun. Light splash. Let's go grab chicken. Sorry, can you hear the clicking noise coming from that direction? From that direction, do you hear that clicking? So that's the broiler, because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna top these bad boys with the chicken, and then I'm gonna basically take one of them and I'm gonna go broil them on that side, and then come back. So let's top this with the chicken, then one's gonna disappear, then one's gonna come back. Give me a second. Remember how I said that cheese wasn't gonna melt? Yeah, I think it melted okay. All right, so, ooh, look, fun toys. This is actually a baking utensil. All right, so what I want or what I thought I was gonna do is I thought this cheese was not gonna melt how I wanted it. So then I was gonna have to broil. I'm not gonna have to broil this now. Great. The spirits are trying to commune with me. My light is flickering at me for some reason. Okay, what in the world? Yeah, I'm not gonna have to broil this. I mean, I could brown the top of this. And I think we've all learned that I will often overcook, over-prepare my meat. I don't need as much as I prepare, just in case. Ah! Come here, buddy. Actually, and that guy right there, well, that might be a little cartilage left over, which is fine, which is okay. Okay, like I said, I had every intention of broiling this, but I don't think I need to because that cheese is pretty spectacular. It's all nice and melty and gooey, and I mean, okay, my meat, I'm obviously overflowing this thing with meat. Okay, I can set this down. Okay, now I'm just making a mess. Hold on a second. Try to taste the chicken off camera. Yeah, it's delicious. Super yummy. Okay, so now we're absolutely gonna glaze this with our barbecue sauce. And that's lunch. And there it is. Yum, yum. Thanks, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me for lunch today. This is not difficult to make. It just takes a little bit of time. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually on vacation. Well, I'm going to be out of town next week. But, like I said, I'm going to come across some Maryland blue crabs. We love blue crabs. And a whole bunch of other seafood on next week. So, most likely not a lot of videos, but stay tuned. I will see you guys in a few. Thanks, everybody.